Today on Florida Sportsman Best Boat. For the family who needs an economical and versatile boat to maximize fun on the water, we'll be taking a look at the Glasstream 240CCX.
She had an excellent speed to horsepower ratio. She had plenty of room. There was lots of fishing going on in the stern, but everybody couldn't wait to get up to the front and get the party started.
For the fisherman who requires a boat built with input from professional anglers, we'll be looking at the Caymas 26HB.
Now, although Caymas Boats, a new company in the marketplace, might be unfamiliar to you, the guy behind the wheel at this company, Earl Bentz, is a name we're all familiar with.
And for the fishing family that desires a luxury experience while in blue water, we'll be taking a look at the Everglades 435CC.
This Everglades 435 made me feel like a fishing princess today. I was so comfortable going out to the fishing grounds, and I gotta tell you, I want another day on this boat.
All coming up on Florida Sportsman Best Boat.
Welcome to another episode of Florida Sportsman Best Boat. Today we're going to start off with the Glasstream 240CCX, and I could not be more excited to share it with everyone. I love the fact that this boat had so much seating in the front bow, had great storage. I even packed the grill today. It was amazing. I didn't think I could get that much on a 24-foot boat.
Lori, we're also going to be looking at a boat from a new company, Caymas Boats, Caymas 26HB. This is an exciting new bay boat from a guy who's been around for a long time designing and building boats. Every now and then you get presented with the opportunity to catch lightning in a bottle. And if all the stars line up with the fishing and the boat is up to the task and you have all the tools you need to make it happen, really cool stuff can happen. Well, that's exactly what happened on this day. The stars lined up and the boat did not disappoint.
God, that was exciting. But while we're talking about exciting, Everglades, the new 435 center console. It's a sport fishing boat, I'm telling you. From the ladder back seats to the wood trim to the air conditioning to everything you want in a sport fish. Sleep over, you can stay over 3-4 days if you want to. Oh, by the way, she's got 1,700 horses on the back. She can fly.
Sounds like we've got three incredible boats to look at. Let's get started.
When we return, our hosts take a look at a boat designed for high performance and family fun, the Glasstream 240CCX. But first, let's join FS boating editor George Labonte as he learns about the importance of properly updating charts on the Navionics system in this week's Power segment.
I'm here today with Paul Mickley from Navionics. You know, Paul, a lot of people, when they buy a piece of electronics equipment such as a Simrad unit here, they think that's the end of it. But as we both know, I mean, software changes, the bottom changes, port services change, a lot of things happen, and that software needs to be updated. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure, George. With the Navionics cards, we actually do 10,000 updates per week. So there's literally 2,000 per day that we do around the world. And a lot of that is based on, as you mentioned, tidal changes, you know, unfortunately hurricanes, but even people uploading logs. So when somebody gets a card, it's very important you register your Navionics card on our website. Once you do that, you can download 1-foot contours. You'll be able to update anytime you want for a year. You get Sonar Chart Live, you can do depth shading, shallow water highlights. So there's a whole world of stuff that opens up once you've registered that card and given yourself the most current data.
Paul, you bring up an interesting point here, whether it's the changing bottom, storms changing the bottom, port services changing, any kind of changes, you want to definitely keep the most up-to-date data in your machine. How do we go about doing these updates?
Again, whether you bought a brand new card or you bought it with a bundle with, for example, with your Simrad unit, take your card, put it in your computer, go to www.navionics.com, register your card, and update it right away.
This segment brought to you by Engel, the best performance coolers on the market.
Wake up early on your days off. Go on an adventure. Get out on the water. Here at Engel, we live for these days. We think you should spend more time in nature. Let us help you enjoy it. For those that care about quality, who want to get out into the world with a confidence that their gear is going to stand up to the day's challenges. Engel coolers are built for you.
Welcome back to Florida Sportsman Best Boat. Join our hosts as they take a closer look at the Glasstream 240CCX. Representing the 20 to 26 foot class in the center console category, the Glasstream 240CCX has an overall length of 24 feet, a beam of 8 feet 2 inches, and a max horsepower rating of 225. Designed for a comfortable ride and eye-watering performance, she has a draft of 12 inches, a dead rise of 24 degrees, a dry weight of 3,300 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 70 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts.
Guys, today we're on the Glasstream 240CCX, and I gotta tell you, she's functional. We can fish today, we can go to the sandbar, we can cruise, and we're gonna look good doing it. Glasstream is nailed it when it comes to that sleek, sexy appearance.
You got that right, Lori. You know what? They've really seized an opportunity here. I mean, the boating market is changing all the time. And the most recent trend that you see in boating is a lot of people want to do more than just go fishing on a boat. And there's a lot of people that want a boat to go poke a run, go do sandbar meetups, and kind of recreational stuff that doesn't involve fishing, but they still want to fish, and this boat is going to suit those people's needs perfectly.
Absolutely. Rick, you ready to go fishing today?
Am I ready to go offshore? Let me tell you something. There is something extra fun about catching big fish on smaller boats. Now, on a smaller boat that flies like this one and looks like this one, yeah, I'd say I'm definitely ready for us to get offshore.
We see a lot more boats built these days that are being used for stuff outside of the fishing and sports on the water market. And this would include poker runs and going to the sandbar, doing sandbar meetups and cruising out to a restaurant for lunch, just going places outside of doing the sport thing to have fun. Glasstream has really hit their stride catering to the needs of this kind of boater. Now, most of the boats that you see doing this tend to be on the large side. The 240CCX by Glasstream, however, is offering you a lot of the attributes of that kind of boat scaled down into a single engine package that is easy to trailer.
Everything about Glasstream, every model they bring us screams fun at you from the minute you walk out on the dock and see it. It looks like a designer put these things together. They're so fashionable. Not only are they gorgeous, they make a nice functional fishing machine too.
The high-lift ventilated step design that Glasstream is famous for is included on most of these boats that you're going to see come out of their factory, and the 240 is no exception. This offers you a lot of performance, and the bottom of this boat is designed to go fast and to be super economical, and this boat hits that mark in spades. Now, as evidence to the fact that these boats are really economical, this boat rigged with a single 150 offers 38 mile-an-hour cruising speeds and 4.8 miles per gallon. I mean, try and digest that. It's unbelievable.
She had an excellent speed to horsepower ratio. She had plenty of room. There was lots of fishing going on in the stern, but everybody couldn't wait to get up to the front and get the party started.
I gotta tell you, this Glasstream is stylish and fun, and she is ready for a day on the water. And that all starts with the comfort of the bow seating. Seats are very comfortable, laid out in a design of a V shape. But not only do you have seating up there, my favorite part is the safety rail. To me, as a mom and just as a passenger on a boat, I want to feel safe, and that gives you the security. The storage under the bow seating was really laid out well. Each side had storage, and the front compartment was your cooler. The helm seating on the Glasstream, I gotta tell you, it's simple but really functional and made for a great ride on the way out.
She had twin live wells in the transom. We're gonna be able to carry enough live bait, that's covered. And she actually had a big cockpit for a 24-foot boat.
The bench seating at the stern offered plenty of room for multiple people and made for a great ride on the boat all day. Best part of the day, setting up the grill on this boat was so easy. I had so much room in the stern. We were making the other boats at the sandbar super jealous.
Now, like all the Glasstreams available, this boat comes in a lot of custom color options, and there's a lot of ways you can personalize this boat to make it yours. If you're looking for a boat to enjoy lifestyle boating with a little bit of sports mixed in, this is definitely one worth taking a look at.
The Glasstream 240CCX is very easy to tow. She floats in very shallow water. You can inshore fish it. And on this day, we were even comfortable offshore running the beach looking for tarpon. There's a lot of things that a 24-foot center console can do with maybe a little less commitment than you would have to make if you were going to buy a bigger offshore boat.
Guys, what an incredible day we had today. You couldn't ask for a better day. And seeing that it's little Parker's last day of summer vacation with Grandpa, I mean, we got our fishing in, we got the sandbar in, and how easy was the boat pulling up to the sandbar today? I loved it.
Listen, this boat is a really versatile family boat, and it's really cool to drive too. Did you have fun? Mm-hmm. What's the verdict, Rick?
I'll tell you what the verdict is, George. This boat could be perfect for a family that wants a little less commitment and wants to do everything there is to do on the water. Let me tell you something, the Glasstream 240CCX is a 24-foot ticket to a great day on the water.
When we return, our hosts examine a boat designed by fishermen for fishermen, the Caymas 26HB. This segment brought to you by Fishing Nosara, the best sport fishing in Costa Rica.
Fishing Nosara, Costa Rica's best sport fishing. Fight the world's baddest fish with top quality boats, professional tackle, and family-friendly English-speaking captains. Stay in the authentic nature preserve with wildlife at your doorstep. World-class surfing, nature tours, yoga, and fine dining are all at your fingertips in Nosara. Packages start at $700 per person. Don't delay, book today.
Welcome back to Florida Sportsman Best Boat. Join our hosts as they take a closer look at the Caymas 26HB. Representing the bay boat category, the Caymas 26HB has an overall length of 25 feet 7 inches, a beam of 9 feet, and a max horsepower rating of 400. Built to keep anglers at ease in almost any fishing scenario, she has a draft of 16 inches, a dead rise of 18.5 degrees, a dry weight of 4,100 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 90 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts.
Hey guys, we are on a brand new boat this morning from a brand new company, but certainly not a new entry into the field of boat building.
You got that right. Rick, if we're ever going to get on a boat on Best Boats that's got a legacy and a history of boat building, a guy that's building boats, it's going to be today. Earl Bentz has got such a long and really vast experience in the boat building industry, and this newest business by Earl, Caymas Boats, we're on their 26HB. I'm really excited about this boat for a couple of reasons. Let me tell you one of them. One of them is we get to spend the day with George Goss, who's a guide, a very experienced fisherman who runs this particular boat on a daily basis. So I'm really excited about getting an opportunity to pick his brain and get his perspective about how the boat runs as we walk through the process too.
And let me tell you one more thing too. One of the reasons Earl Bentz has been so successful is he listens to guys like George Goss, who has run boats all his life. It's going to be a real learning experience today.
The first model to roll out the doors at Caymas is their new 26HB. Now this is a 26 hybrid bay boat that's designed to fish offshore just as well as it is on the inshore. One of the things that stood out to me was how stable the boat was. And this is a beamy boat. Standing on the rear casting platform, this day found us in the middle of a bunch of sailfish that were feeding on the surface. So I ran around the boat a lot, casting baits, sight fishing to fish that were on the surface, and jumping up on the back platform and the front platform on the boat. It was so stable, I never had an issue, and we were able to see the fish better up there. I got a couple of casts up, actually caught 2 sailfish myself. We worked fish all the way around the boat, and for a little bay boat with doubles and triple header hookups here, we never had an issue bumping into one another while we were fighting these fish.
It was really nice to have the combing bolsters all the way around the boat. Fighting those sailfish today and having to put your body up against the boat, those being there really does take the pressure off your knees.
One of the things we really hoped to accomplish was to get some great shots of the fish alongside the boat. Now that was made easy because the gunnels are low enough in the cockpit, you can bend right over, have the bill of a sailfish. He's never stressed out, he stays in the water, and the pictures of those fish alongside the boat will stay in my head forever.
What I found really unique with this boat is the bow seating. It's your standard U-shaped seating, but it's not all the way up at the deck like most boats. The back of it is actually to the casting deck, so you still have your U-shaped seating, and then you have all the room up front to fish off of, which I feel is a great blend for your family and your fishermen. You have storage on your port and starboard side up at the bow seating, but the best part is that 31-quart cooler that's in the center.
The heart of the Caymas 26, just like the heart of most bay boats, is the ability to use a trolling motor. We used ours when we came back inshore and we found a school of snook laid up in only 18 inches of water. Dropped that trolling motor and snuck right alongside them, well within casting range. Before you know it, we had caught snook and sailfish all within an hour of each other.
Stern seating was great today. You have a flip-up bench seat with cup holders. But guess what? It's nestled in between two 35-gallon live wells. You have two swim platforms on this boat, and one of them featuring a stainless steel ladder, which is very convenient for getting on and off.
Now, from a fishing standpoint, this boat did everything we asked of it in spades. What really impressed me about the boat, however, was the ride, okay? From the way the boat handled, offshore, in the chop, running the inlet, fishing in the shallow water. I mean, in every way, this boat rode like a champ. It will make a mediocre boat driver look like a great boat driver, and I wish I had more time to spend driving.
Hey guys, in case there was any question as to whether or not Earl Bentz is still on top of his game designing boats, I'm gonna tell you something, the Caymas HP26 answered that, didn't it?
Yeah, you got that right. Listen, you know, we leave the dock on a boat like this, and you know, on a boat built by a guy with the kind of legacy that Earl has, you know, you've got some preconceived notions, and you're expecting a lot of quality at every turn here, and this boat definitely did that at every turn for sure. And what a day we had out there too.
Listen, I don't know Earl, but I do want to call him and say thank you. Every one of us got a sailfish today, so I'm putting a check mark on the Caymas.
No doubt. I'm going to tell you, this was one of the great mornings of my fishing life. I want to thank the both of you personally for it, and I especially want to thank the Caymas HP26. She delivered a morning I won't forget.
When we come back, our hosts step aboard a boat that embodies luxury in blue water, the Everglades 435CC. This segment brought to you by Navionics. Escape the ordinary. Welcome back to Florida Sportsman Best Boat. Join our hosts as they check out the Everglades 435CC. Representing the 33 to 53 foot class in the center console category, the Everglades 435CC has an overall length of 42 feet 8 inches, a beam of 12 feet, and a max horsepower rating of 1,700. Engineered for hardcore deep water fishing with the whole family, she has a draft of 28 inches, a dead rise of 25 degrees, a weight of 20,200 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 567 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts.
All right, George, Rick, today we're on the Everglades 435CC. I think I just walked onto a cruise ship.
Listen, I've fished on quite a few Everglades over the years. This is my first time on one for Best Boat, and talk about starting out with the finale here. Usually you have a fireworks show, they do the sparklers and the snakes and they work their way up to the big boom. Well, we start with a big boom today.
It's a beautiful day to go fishing. Let's get out there.
The 435cc combines yacht-like quality, yacht luxury, amenities on a boat that you typically don't find on a center console, more reserved for like a big sport fish or even a luxury style yacht. It's trimmed out in this kind of luxury from top to bottom. Now that doesn't mean it's not a serious fishing boat. In addition to all that luxury, you get serious blue water performance fishing features at the same time. Now a 43-foot boat with a 25-degree dead rise and 1,700 horsepower pushing you from behind is really going to offer a lot when the weather gets big, and this boat offers a big boat ride. Absolutely capable of handling more seas than you ever want to find yourself, and this boat rode like a beast.
You have the capability to put in double row helm seating. Everybody knows that's a great place to sit on the way out. You can see everything and you can have a conversation. And let me tell you, it is a great thing to be able to seat 5 people at the helm with everybody having their own place to sit.
The second row of seating actually folds down underneath a huge hardtop. That huge hardtop provides you with a ton of shade, but more importantly, when you fold that seat down, you can actually stand under the hardtop and lean forward looking back at your baits as you go while you're in the shade. I found that feature especially useful underneath that hot Florida sun. For the helmsman, while you're underneath all that shade of that oversized hardtop, you've got 3 ladderback style helm chairs and 3 16-inch Garmin displays to consult when you're navigating.
This boat had a big cockpit, which puts it on a par with an awful lot of sport fishermen that are that size or bigger when it comes to room to fish, except for the fact that you could also run up to the bow where there's room for a whole nother group to fish. This boat had unlimited capabilities in more ways than one.
In the cockpit on the 435, you've got a pair of 60-gallon pressurized live wells and a 45-gallon refrigerated fish box in the transom.
It had the perfect station for all your tackle and then a rigging table on top of it where I was able to put some baits together because for a change, we weren't able to get any live baits that day. My favorite is mezzanine seating in the back. There's no better way to ballyhoo fish than to constantly keep your eyes on the bait, and the great mezzanine seating made that easy.
If you're entertaining on this boat, let's start here at the bow. You've got so much seating with a retractable table. So if you're entertaining family and friends, plenty of space to do so. Let me tell you something, take a seat and enjoy the ride. Everglades boats customize their seats for every single boat that they make. And I gotta tell you, the sun lounge seating, they did it right up here. I was extremely comfortable. You had armrests, you had a center armrest with cup holders, and the leg room was incredible. There's also a wonderful storage area right up front, which was really convenient today. But not only is it dry storage, it can be used as a fish box. Walking into the cabin today, everything was laid out perfect. I actually used the galley area to make lunch, and I had everything I needed. I had a microwave, I had a sink, I had plenty of prep room, and a refrigerator. But let's not just stop there. There's a lounge area that folds down into a king-size bed. You've got plenty of storage, you've got a full stand-up shower, and a built-in head. Perfect setup. Okay guys, when we got out here this morning, I said fishing boat or cruise boat. Well, we did both and it was a great day, but I'm not ready to go in. Unfortunately, the weather has us going in. I need more time on this boat.
This boat has got so much going on, it's overwhelming really. I mean, there's not enough time in a day to enjoy every luxury feature on this boat.
No, and I don't very often feel cheated by great weather, but the fact that it was so calm today, but you know what, when it stirred up a little bit, that's Seakeeper, that's my first experience with it. Was that not an all-star?
35-mile-an-hour winds and a little thunderstorm that we just went through there, and not even an issue whatsoever. Man, just a home run all around. I mean, what a boat.
Their 435cc, which is the queen of their fleet, tell you what, might be the queen of your heart.
Man, guys, all 3 of these boats knocked it out of the park this week. I can't wait to see what's on the schedule for next week.
I'd like 5 more minutes on that Caymas with a big school of sailfish under the boat. That was awesome. Hey, listen, if you'd like any more information about the boat you saw this week or any boat you see on Best Boat, visit us on the web at floridasportsman.com.
Or we'll see you next week on another episode of Florida Sportsman Best Boat.